Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. And yeah, we are talking about one for sure is one of my favorite ladies on RHOP, and the other one, you know what? I kind of like her. So you may recall that I actually had the full enjoyment of giving out information and sharing insights and, kind of the prequel, the pregame to the premiere. As you know, that RHOP, if you are watching, actually premiered on Sunday, on the 6th, this past Sunday, that is. So it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think we got to really see a lot of great aspects to kind of go out the gate from, right in the beginning. So I really enjoyed it. How about you? If you are watching, let me know down below if you enjoyed the premiere. Do you think that this is pretty much one of those things that this season is going to bring a lot of drama, but maybe even a lot of heart? We kind of really got in there, starting off with Karen's DUI, and we then got swayed over into meeting, Stacy as well. And we also got to see the connection between Stacy and Karen. We got to see a little bit about Wendy. We got to see a lot about Wendy's story, what's probably going to start to be the setup for the season. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in today's video as well. And we also got to see a little bit about what G&A is doing by way of Ashley and Gizelle, and so it's just, a lot of good things. I think we're starting off really well. Yeah, some people were called to the carpet, and so we're going to see how that goes into play. Jacqueline, Mia's very good friend, almost sister, made her appearance on the premiere as well. So I'm looking forward to, what the season is and what has to unfold. So part of that is, we got to get a little bit more information, a little bit more intel, if you will, about why Wendy was doing some shuffling in the professional world, because we know she's got her new show called Dr. Wendy, which I think is some form of a talk show, which she's actually going to be going into her second season, which started in October. So I don't know if that's a streamed situation, but I'm going to try to find out for myself, because I'd be interested in seeing her in that space. And also, we got to hear a little bit about Stacy, but I thought it would be kind of nice, since we did the same thing with Jacqueline about getting reacquainted with her, that with Stacy, maybe we can get a little bit more, about who she is. And so I wanted to kind of bring that to the show as well. So that being said, we're going to start off with Miss Dr. Wendy Osefo, and let's go ahead and get into it. So now, according to BravoTV.com, school's out for Dr. Wendy Osefo. The former college professor opened up in the season 9 premiere of The Real Housewives of Potomac about her emotional decision to hang up her teaching hat, at least for now, in order to pursue new opportunities. I wanted to resign for a very long time, she revealed to producers. I'm turning 40, but I still have other things to do. And who says that at 40 that's life stops? It really doesn't. It just keeps going, and greater things come. So yeah, I'm glad that she's focused on that. She further says, why isn't Wendy Osefo a professor anymore? Well, we're going to get into a little bit further. The smart and savvy housewife, who has multiple degrees to her name, was a professor in the Director of Education program at the prestigious Johns Hopkins University before making the decision to step away from the post. She cited her desire to spend more time with her 3 children, Carter, Cruz, and Cameron, and family as a major factor in the decision, but also admitted she no longer felt fulfilled in the position. For years, Wendy has juggled an impressive list of responsibilities, including being a well-known political commentator on top news programs, strategist, author, and host of her own talk show, The Dr. Wendy Show, not to mention her duties as a Bravo housewife and mother. I have known life outside of being a professor, she said. Wendy was confident the decision to step down as a professor was the right move for her, but that still didn't make it easy to do so. Viewers saw Wendy nervously penning her resignation letter in the premiere episode. Dear Dean and Chair, after much thought and consideration, I have decided to resign from my position at the university, effective at the end of this month, she read out loud from the email. This was not an easy decision, but one that I had to do for myself and, more importantly, my family. Now, Dr. Wendy Osefo reacts to officially resigning as a professor by way of really looking like she just had a woosah moment, right? She really just had to take it in because it was obviously a huge defining moment. We know her mother was very, very adamant that she stay in that position because there was a lot of, obviously pride and prestige associated with all of the accomplishments that Dr. Wendy has been able to achieve. And her mother was hearing nothing of it when she had mentioned a couple seasons ago that she was looking at maybe diversifying and by way of not continuing on with her teaching. And you remember, if you did watch it, her mother was not too thrilled with that and kind of almost threw the idea and hoping that maybe she would never bring it up again. But, Wendy stayed true to what was right for her, and let that be a lesson to all of us. So many of us do things in the way of what we think is best and right for somebody else. It's like you're living someone else's vision. You're living somebody else's life, their desires, their inabilities to accomplish things that they want to. So therefore they live vicariously through you. And that's never a good thing. And it doesn't really mount itself to be a good thing, even when you become an adult, unless you are really doing the path work that they're expecting of you, that you really want to do that, right? That you want that, and that's personal to you. And so many people fall into this particular trapping, and it's really unfortunate. It really is. I mean, a lot of pressure and undue stress and, anxiety that can be associated around living a life that someone else thinks that you should be living is never a good place for you to be. Just not. You have to find your happiness and your purpose and what works for you, because you're the person that is to steer your life, not someone else. And it's not your job to live someone else's life, regardless of what reason or excuse they give for you to be doing it. So hats off to Wendy for making that decision. It seems like Eddie, her husband, was extremely happy for her, probably felt that he was, he could see the relief, and he was probably relieved as well, because now it's on to bigger and better things for her. And not to say that what she was doing wasn't admirable, not to say that what she was doing wasn't, helping so many other people. She's just now found another outlet to do the exact same thing. We're not necessarily meant in life to do just one thing. You can find success in so many ways, right? You can find success in so many different things. It does not have to be just one path to success. And so Wendy is definitely getting a taste of that, and I'm really happy for her for making that very difficult decision, I'm sure. So after pressing send on the email, she immediately exclaimed, "Oh my God, did I just do that?" before calling her husband Eddie Osofa into the room. I just love their relationship too, by the way. "I pressed send," she announced, and he's like, "Yeah," Eddie exclaimed as he embraced his wife. "How does it feel?" Wendy admitted to having some mixed emotions about the major decision. She says, "I don't know," she said, before adding, "I feel empowered because I finally did it on my own terms." And a lot of times that's usually the best place to be at, right? When you've made that decision yourself and says definitively that I am going to do this. And there is power in that, because you are doing it, like she said, on your own terms. When you are ready to hit that button, do what you need to do. She's already processed whatever she needs to process and has done what she needs to do. And that is such a great lesson for everyone to learn, right? And to really live by that. One person who might not be so excited about the move is Wendy's mom, Iyam Susan Okuzu. I hope I said that correctly. But I have a funny feeling her mother's going to get over it. Because I also feel like that talk show that she's doing is going to really, it's just another outlet to be able to teach and instruct and provide information and be helpful to people. So I think she's going to do well in that. I just really think she will do success in that space. Now, as Wendy worried just how her mom would take the news, fans were reminded of a conversation the pair had 4 years earlier, when Wendy admitted she wasn't sure if being a professor was what she wanted to do. "Don't scare me like that," Iman replied. Now that the decision has officially been made, Wendy admitted to producers she was fearful of how her mom would respond. Well, you know what? The good Lord is going to make sure it's okay for her, and that's all that matters. So now she says there will be lots of curse words, proclamations to the Lord, some Holy Ghost fire in there, a little razzle dazzle, she predicted. Now, Wendy may be stepping out of the classroom, but she proves she hasn't completely abandoned her teaching persona just yet in an Instagram post announcing the new season. "Everyone, please take your seats. Class is about to begin," she teased. And of course, if you want to keep up, with the show itself, it does air every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings. And of course, it's available on Bravo streaming at Peacock the next day. So yeah, I mean, look, I was excited for Wendy. I think that this is good. I really do think this is great. And I would love to know your thoughts on that. How do you feel about Dr. Wendy making that decision? Did you think that it was going to happen? Did you see it coming? Do you think that, yeah, this was the right decision? Or do you think that she's going to end up regretting it in the end? I'd love to know your thoughts. And two, have you seen the Dr. Wendy show? Are you interested in seeing it? And if you have, what'd you think of it? You know, let me know down below in the comment sections. I would love to know. So next up, we are going to hit Miss Stacy, the newbie. And like I said, I like her. And we also got the chance to see a little bit of the connection and her connections with Karen. Her and Karen know each other and they seem to be fast friends. Hopefully that will last the rest of the season. We'll see how that goes. So basically, according to the RHOP, who is Stacy Rush, the newest Real Housewives of Potomac cast member? Now, Stacy Rush is a camera ready for her debut in the cast of the Real Housewives of Potomac season 9, which we did get a chance to see her. Hailing from the Midwest, Rush is a former QVC host coming in hot as the newest housewife to join the RHOP cast, alongside Kierna Stewart. As she navigates love life and friendship, she's carving out her own lane in these Potomac streets. And she did mention that, hey, Potomac is where I belong. So here's Bravo's official season 9 bio for Stacy Rush. Let's go ahead and go through that. Stacy Rush has entered the Potomac chat and she's causing lots of chatter. She's a former QVC host and mother of an 8-year-old daughter who, after 16 years of marriage, is divorcing her husband. As she enters her new phase in her life, she is struggling with the decision to date again and navigating a romantic relationship with her best friend, who is choosing celibacy over intimacy. And of course, we all know when the Potomac show airs Sundays and, you know, strings on Peacock the next day. So that's what we got for Stacy. You know, she looks like she's going to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with. And I think that she's here for whatever shenanigans that the show will bring. I just see it right now. Now we'll see how that, you know, plays out in the season, but I'm wishing her the best and good luck, because I think that right now I like her. You know, sometimes, you know, when you get a newbie to the show, you're kind of a little hesitant on how you may feel about the person, but I think she really at this point seems like a really good fit. Apparently she must have been from Potomac already, since she says she's back. And I think that she's ready to go for whatever needs to be. And, you know, she's got the experience in front of the camera, so that helps. And yeah, she seems like she's a lovely individual. So I think that in time we'll hopefully get a chance to see, you know, the interaction with her and her family and get more into her story, you know, since now she has left QVC, which she's going to be doing, you know, continually in her works. Now, I did do a video that actually did share what she's doing professionally. So if you have not gotten a chance to see that, I had dropped that a couple days ago. Go ahead and check that out. And so you can get a chance to know a little bit about what all the ladies are doing professionally outside of the show and even within the show. So that being said, I thank you so much for being here. And definitely, if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, be part of the family, because I would so love to have you. And I thank you so much again for being here and just hanging out with me for a little bit. If you are excited about RHOP, feel free to leave it down below. I am excited, and it's cool when, you know, like minds connect. So that being said, make sure you're leaving those comments down below respectfully. And yeah, I hope that you have a great day. Definitely make sure you have your all notification bells on, because I will be dropping, of course, more videos. And I do have another one that's will be dropping down a few hours from now. So make sure, maybe a little bit later than a few hours from now. I don't know. It'll be dropping a second video. So just make sure you have your bell on and you won't miss it, right? Because I would love to know your thoughts on that as well. And of course, if you appreciated the update and enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, because I would sure appreciate that. And I think with that, again, I wish you take care and be safe. Bye.